What is going on, gamers? Welcome to NFX, where it's an all-you-can-eat game buffet, but you never get fat. First off, if you're new here, welcome. We're going to be posting videos every single day, going over tips, tricks, walkthroughs, all leading up to new releases too. So if you want to stay updated on the content, don't forget to hit subscribe down below, and turn on bell notifications to be alerted anytime a new video comes out. So today, we are going to be going over the best tips for beating Junkenstein's Revenge on Legendary. Alright, so I kept finding myself in this endless loop of Reaper, Roadhog, Symmetra, dead. Or I'd find myself in a similar situation, except ending with the door breaking in the background. So that actually leads into my first tip, which is going to be make sure you're focusing your damage. So there's 3 things you should be focusing your damage on. The first and the primary thing is actually going to be the tires that are coming out. So you want to make sure you're communicating with your team, whether it's coming out the left door, the middle, or the right. And whoever character is the closest to the tire will actually call it out on screen, so you'll know if it's coming from your door.
Hold up.
Middle bomb, middle bomb. Got it.
Now the second thing is going to be make sure you're focusing on the blue Zomnics. The blue ones are the ones lobbing damage at the closest player to them. So the person who's actually up on the bridge to the left is actually taking all the damage from the blue Zomnics, because that is the closest person to them. So you want to make sure as you're fighting the Roadhog or one of the bosses that you're taking a second just to look in the background to see if you can take some of those robots out. Now the third and final thing is going to be make sure you're focusing on the boss. So when the boss comes out, all players should come towards the doorway. That way not one single player is being singled out by one of the bosses. Then you're all focusing your damage, you should be able to take them out pretty quickly, and then focus on the rest of the Zomnics to end the wave. One of the hardest areas to cover is actually going to be left side on top of the bridge. Not only do you have to worry about the Zomnics coming out of your door, but you also have to make sure you're covering the middle and the right side in case any tires are coming out. Because you doing a little bit of damage to the tire could mean the difference between it actually hitting the door and your teammates being able to take the tire out before it does any damage. So that is going to lead into the second tip, which is character selection. So you want to make sure you're not only picking a character that you're comfortable with, but a character that can cover a lot of ground. What I found the most success with is having 2 healers and having 2 damage. On the healing side, playing somebody like Zenyatta will not only be able to keep your team healed, he can self-heal, he can also discord the enemy Zomnics that you want your team to target. When your team's getting very low, you can throw the ult in there and keep everybody alive during the boss battle. Alright, the second healer is going to be Brigitte. So Brigitte's secondary whip shot, aimed towards the tire, knocks it back and allows your team to have more time to take it out. Her barrier shield can also stun the enemy bosses or stun any Zomnics that are close to the door, allowing your team more time to take out the Zomnics. She also provides a lot of healing with her armor packs, and when she rallies, gives your team an extra boost in the fight against the bosses.
Go ahead, flip on Roadhog. Got him.
Alright, so first on the damage side is going to be Torbjorn. Following the theme of covering a lot of ground, his turret can serve as an extra player and can cover all 3 entrances if placed correctly. The best place to put your turret would actually be to the right side of the door. There is a ledge where if you put the turret on the corner, can cover the left, the middle, and the right entrance for any Zomnics that get past your team. The second best thing about Torbjorn is his molten core. You can either target, specifically Junkrat, you can shoot the molten core right on top of the ledge that he appears on, or you can make a U shape in front of the door that will protect any tires coming in and any Zomnics that also get past your team. Next up on damage is going to be McCree. So McCree can be very useful with his flashbang, more specifically directly on the bosses. When Reaper first appears, he shadow steps towards your team. When he reappears, he'll take a little bit of damage before he fades away. If you use your flashbang right before he fades, your team will be able to put some more damage on him, taking him out quicker. The other boss would be Roadhog. Roadhog puts a lot of damage on your team, allowing him to get his ultimate very quickly. When he starts to ult, you can flashbang him, canceling out his ultimate. The second thing about McCree is his Deadeye. His Deadeye is very useful. It's able to take out a lot of Zomnics at once, and it's also able to take out Mercy, Symmetra, Reaper, and Junkrat in one hit. You just want to make sure you are waiting long enough on your Deadeye so you can take out the players with one shot. Okay, so the last tip we're going to go over is actually positioning. Just make sure you're in a good spot that you can cover all 3 entrances. Taking the ledge on the top left is really important. You want to make sure you have somebody there all the time. You want somebody on the door protecting any Zomnics that get past your teammates to take out them. Then you also want somebody who's going to be up front and center, because they can take any of the shooting robots out very quickly. So someone like Brigitte, who can cover a lot of ground with her flail, is the best person to put up there. Alright guys, that is going to conclude some of the best tips that I have for Junkenstein's Revenge on Legendary. If I missed anything, don't forget to go down below, because something that you say actually might help somebody beat Legendary for the first time. Also, I will be on a new schedule and posting a video every single day. More specifically, I will have a segment on Saturdays, which is going to be Special Request Saturdays. So that means you guys actually get to choose the video game that I play. Don't forget to become part of NFX and hit subscribe down below and turn on notifications to be alerted to all new videos that are coming out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Okay, can't wait for it.